against pretty good defense here.
Mismatch, though.
Oh, they're doubling him, Clark.
Yeah, he's looking over the floor.
The clock running down here. He's going to have to hoist it. Way outside. Oh, he couldn't count! What a shot! At the buzzer! Right down the...
All right, T-Bags, we back on 2K10. Y'all already know the deal. Y'all know what it is. Let's get right into it. Got to get this season over with. We ring chasing.
Let's take a moment now for the Sprite Ice Cold keys to the game. Clark, right now let's take a look at the Spurs. What will be the key for them?
Well, Kev, you know what? Paul Millsap
No,
is
he's supposed to go to 10.
Gotta lock into. He's an excellent rebounder
Okay,
and
let's do
go
that.
back
Let's do
low.
that.
So you've
Let's
got to
just
get
get
into
assist.
him and deny him prime position inside.
Clark, on the other side, let's talk about the Utah Jazz. What's the key for them?
Well, if they can force a bad game out of Tim Duncan, they'll really help their chances. He's got one heck of a knack for scoring in the paint. So you've got to fight him in the post area. Don't let him get that deep, sweet post position. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
It ought to be a compelling game to watch. Thanks, Clark. And it's the Spurs with the ball. Darren Williams picking up that last basket. And Chris Duhon pulls it down.
If he didn't help, I definitely had this
On
little man
defense,
cooked.
San Antonio.
Look at
They
this
come
bitch. She
into
can't even
this
dribble.
having outplayed Phoenix the
Yeah, ain't
last
no way
game.
this little
One of
ass
the things
nigga
that I thought
stopping me
made
from
a
scoring.
big impact was their
Buddy didn't come
ability
in and
to
help.
knock down the three-point shot consistently.
And
They didn't waste time with the ball. When the open three was available, they shot it.
And it's the Spurs ball. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
A team whose bench got outplayed last time out.
Get your hands up.
Sometimes the starters aren't the story.
And here is Jefferson. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. Here's Magician. Gets in close. And Okur pulls it down. That one went down to the wire. If I recall, and really like you said, it's the bench. It's the bench that sometimes makes all the difference.
Yeah, step up.
Your second string can definitely be a
You
pleasant
have to step up.
surprise.
You're not shooting no
Ginobili
threes.
with the ball. After the basket by Utah. To the wing. To number 7. Leads him with the pass. Here's
This
Gooden.
nigga
Drains it from
juggling
short
it
range.
and shit. Fucked
Great
up my
pass into
assist.
the lane. They'll take that one every time.
Duhon. Brewer with the ball. Baseline. Williams hits that rim and gets a nice bounce. I didn't know if there'd be another point that could play to Jerry Sloan like John Stockton did. They may have found it in Darren Williams.
I think you're right. It's amazing. Jerry Sloan has been around forever as an NBA head coach, and it seems to be a hand-in-glove fit between Sloan and Darren Williams, in part because I think Darren solicited advice from John Stockton. That's another indicator of how smart and mature Williams is.
That's a very good point. And Utah has possession. After the basket by San Antonio. Stolen by
All the way.
Ginobili.
I think he got baited into throwing that one.
Oh my God. How y'all give up that fast break?
Good baseline. Here's Duncan. Laid in softly off the glass.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Intercepted by Jefferson.
Good anticipation for the steal.
Why you ain't keep cutting? Put your damn hands up.
To Gooden.
Come on.
Inside.
There you
Gets
go.
the lay-in.
Excellent
Gotta force that
anticipation
nigga.
there,
He be
Kev.
selling.
He placed that pass perfectly.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
You know, they just struggle to make shots. And sometimes with teams, when they're missing shots, it has a way to take other parts of their game down, too.
And here is Okur. Last game with 30 points. And so here is Utah, trailing by 4. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's one-on-one. Here's Juwan. It's rebounded by Jefferson.
Well, he doesn't have the softest touch. And with the D right in his face, that made all the difference.
Magician.
Ain't no way I
Baseline
missed
J
that.
off target. Here comes Darren Williams. Williams connects. 6 points for him.
He's been a go-to guy for him here in the quarter, doing an outstanding job putting the ball in the basket.
The Spurs with the slight lead.
They've been very active with their hands going for steals.
Everybody like it, give it to me. And watch me decide it.
All right, the first quarter had a lot of good action. I think we'll be in for some more here in the second. And here is Williams. He's definitely not pleased how he played against the Lakers. And looking forward to next Sunday, the New Orleans Hornets will be at home in Louisiana. The Boston Celtics come into town. Start time, 7:30 Eastern.
It'll be fun to watch.
Nah, I was there.
And that one's good.
Just
No
wait,
shot.
bro. I'm focusing on
Well, it's
defense.
almost impossible to miss when the D is playing that song.
Smacking all that weak shit.
Here's Magician. Kept
Come
alive.
on, we gotta finish
Here's
those.
Gooden. Count it. The rebound pays off. He has 6.
You can't forget about him when you're boxing out. That's what he does. He crashes the glass.
No good from Okur. San Antonio leading to number 7. Into Tim Duncan. Ginobili hits the tray. Nice shot by the 9th-year veteran out of
Why the fuck
Argentina.
they swarm in the paint?
Utah trailing here. Here's Williams. Dumps it off. Here's Juwan. It's in for 3.
Kevin, when you're defending a great shooter like that, you got to smell his breath. You got to be right on top of it.
Magician. Great finish in traffic.
Those floaters are difficult to hit, but he made it look easy right there.
Come on, y'all gotta get those.
Williams to the left block. And that one's good. Millsap.
That's a strong finish inside. That's where you want to work your magic, Kevin.
A tight game here in Utah. Magician. He's guarded by Williams. Over Millsap. Scooped up. Inside.
No
Schultz
fucking
on
way
the
I didn't
layup.
clean that up.
Here comes Darren Williams. He's got 6. To Brewer. Right wing.
That's a steal.
Here's Williams. And he'll go to the line.
Oh, shit, easy round
Playing
here.
as a team so crucial to see the NBA's best.
This is a team that gets
You
great
wanna talk about my team?
enjoyment out of making the pass that leads to the score. As a matter of fact, they like
Matter of fact,
giving the
don't even
ball
talk
up
about my team.
more than
Talk
they
about
like
me
scoring it
exclusively.
themselves. They really rely on each other and trusting each other at the offensive end.
Bitch.
I know you have a lot of favorite players, but am I right in saying that Darren Williams is right near the top for you?
He really is, Kevin, because I watched him a lot in college in Illinois. I loved his demeanor and I liked his IQ. Listening to him talk about the game and then watching
spin
how he
move,
orchestrated
spin
his teams
move,
at Illinois
easy lay.
and how he does it at Utah, you know
Oh my God, I
he's
got
a
crossed.
true
Reaching in,
point
Chad.
guard
I was
who wants to
reaching in,
serve his
T-Bags. I swear to
teammates
God, I
and
was
yet
reaching.
perform
He
his
didn't
own
just
team.
cross me.
Utah calls timeout.
Don't buy into that hype. I ain't never
Getting
got
late in
crossed
the
out
season,
my
let's see how the
boots unless I was
standings are
reaching.
out west.
Hey, bro,
Taking
look
a
at the
at
progress,
Utah.
though.
They're
I
in
hate when they
7th
show
and
my
looking to
record,
hold on to that
but we was
seed for
just
the playoffs.
ranked
And of
15,
course,
bro.
San
Bottom of the
Antonio,
barrel, the
not
bottom of
really
the last,
any
the
threat
last
right
of the
now.
ass.
Well, I tell you what, this
At
makes
the
our
bottom
job
of
a
the
lot
last.
easier, Kevin. When you got the team doing what they've
That's
been
a block,
doing,
bro.
everybody's in sync,
Bro, ain't no
everybody's
foul, bro.
flowing and grooving well. I
They
mean, this
panned the
team
rest.
is
That
really
was a
in
block. That was
sync
all ball.
and on
They just
task.
mad that that bitch bounced back off that nigga dome top. You know what I'm saying? Give him a love tap. But as I was saying, bro, we was ranked 15,
He can't
bro.
get the
then we was
first.
14, just like last game. Now we 13, bro. I mean, don't get your hopes up, bro. We not making it to the
Good
playoffs,
on
bro.
number
We're
2.
over with.
When you're trailing
But
and trying to come back, this is a good way
we're
of
not the
extending
worst
the
team
game.
anymore.
When you've got
That's
players that
progress.
have a knack or the ability to draw fouls, when they attack the rim, they typically can get the call and get themselves to the strike.
And it's the Spurs with the ball. Use the up fake to get the D off his feet and buried the J. Nice play by Magician. And looking forward to next Sunday, it's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder on the road as they make the trip to Dallas to play the Mavericks. It'll be a 7 o'clock start time.
You know they're going to be extra hyped
Come on,
up
nobody
for
keep
this
going
one.
forward.
You're right. And so here is San Antonio after the miss from Darren Williams. Here's Duncan from short range. Lays it right in. 6 points for him.
That's unselfish team basketball right there, Kevin.
What's wrong with you,
Darren
dickhead?
Williams. His last outing, he had 18 points.
Witness me, y'all. Witness me.
Speed is only part of the equation here. He's not blinding quick, but he was
Bitch, I am
determined to
blinding
take that
quick.
one to the rim.
And I got
And here is Williams.
I can't see
To
this
Juwan.
on the side of me or in front of me. What you talking about?
From about 16, had a piece of it. Good D by
Chance
Ginobili.
to quit. What you talking
The
about?
Spurs on a bit of a roll here. Magician lays it in. Sweet dime to lead into the rack.
Kevin, they're fighting extremely hard right here.
Get through that
Mid-range
lane
is
with a
finding
fillet.
the
Utah calls timeout. Around the league, here we go. A recap from yesterday. New Orleans with the road win as the Magic drop 1 at home. The Clippers lose 1 on the road. Miami Heat getting the W. Win by the Kings at Oracle Arena. And the Raptors with the loss. And that'll do it for now. And a quick look now at how San Antonio's schedule is shaping up. They'll be
Got
meeting
that
up with the
schedule
Clippers.
off the screen.
That game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. Gets them both.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative.
I'm still
Much
at the
more
line.
aggressive here in the second.
On defense, Utah. 8-point game.
Damn, I was trying to give it to McDice. I think that's what it is on the other side.
Here's Magician. It's
Oh my God,
played
bitch!
by Okur. The Jazz. Good out for the quick shot here. That would leave him with the final possession.
Damn, I did it too early.
Davis leads him in.
What's wrong with
here's
you?
Okur. The steal by the Spurs.
I'm up the court.
For the
Hey! Witness me!
Nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. Major throwdown there. Fantastic pass to set the alley-oop jam up there. You gotta love that.
And here is Williams. He's got 10.
They'd be smart to hold it now for the last shot.
Here's Davis.
Are they playing music? What is this?
Too much mustard on that one.
Mute that shit. Strap.
Manu can't get the buzzer beater. The Spurs.
Have been red hot offensively.
Yeah, but we've still got 2 quarters to play. Anything can happen. We've reached halftime with the score 33-23. Now it's time for our T-Mobile halftime report. Well, let's check out the story of the stats. The Spurs have been doing a great job of distributing the rock and finding the open man.
Let's stop playing all this
Well,
damn
the second
music,
half
bro.
will begin in just a few moments.
What the hell going on in Utah? I have to erase all this shit. YouTube. do
And
not
here's Williams.
Copyright my shit.
Right now averaging 25 points a game.
Not open. That was not a bad still attempt. It just slow.
6 seconds to shoot. Here's Brewer. Sinks the open shot. Nice bucket by the 5th-year veteran out of Arkansas.
Yes, you can be
San
quick
Antonio
and slow.
leading.
Not fast. I'm just quick.
Takes it up. Puts it in on the layup. 8 points for him.
Great assist on that basket. He's seeing
You
the
thought
floor
he was
well,
quicker
and
with
he's
that.
making some beautiful passes.
Here's Williams.
That weak ass still attempt.
Kept alive.
Now say bad still
Okur
attempt. The fuck?
cans
That
it
shit
from
was
his
ugly.
close.
Why you didn't put your
There's the
hands
offensive
up?
rebound and sends it home.
And so
There's
here's
a lot
San
of
Antonio. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next
Hooked
one.
him.
That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Gooden. Sticks it from 17 feet.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot. He's extremely deadly from there.
And the Jazz call time here. Some great shooters here. Let's
put me at
check out
three?
the league leaders.
Oh, no.
Well,
Why am
you
I
look
on
at
the
Duncan,
bench? Put me back
leading
on
the
the
league
court.
in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Field goal percentage is always a function of the kinds of shots you take. And this guy here, I tell you what, not only does he make a high percentage
Shut
of
up.
the
You're
shots,
not talking about me, bro. Talk about me. Me. Like, bro.
And Utah has possession. Trailing by 5. Kept alive.
Good job cleaning it
Here's
up.
Jefferson. It's a little short, but gets the friendly goal. He has 6.
he drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
Faggots. Trap that
On
bullshit.
the shot clock. O'Cool. Gooden corrals the miss inside.
If he choked any harder, he'd need the Heimlich maneuver. Oh, yeah!
Jams home the alley-oop.
Y'all see it. Witness me. Witness me become prime fucking time.
And here is Williams. He's got 15.
That nigga thought he crossed me, bro. Y'all saw I picked up on that shit real quick. Tried to foul that nigga too. Tried to smack him all upside his head.
Here's Maynard. Deflected.
Good block. Oh my God, I thought he had it.
Here's
Awesome.
Brewer.
Y'all
Leads
know
the
we
game in
cherry
assists.
picking.
It's always a pleasure to watch a great shooter go to work. Give him a little elbow room, and it's automatic.
To number 7.
Crossed him.
He's against Williams.
The hell you get back on defense, bro? You cooked.
Shot is off. And Utah the other way.
Really not enough defensive pressure there to force that miss.
It really
He's got to
wasn't,
be
bro. He was
disappointed.
cooked.
Rejected and collected. Great D by Jefferson.
Crossed this nigga out his shoes. Once again.
Duncan down low. Working on O'Cool. Ginobili. Nets it from the wing. He has 5. Utah trailing here.
Oh, I got crossed. I was reaching though, bro.
Here's Maynard.
I was
Scooped
reaching.
up.
He ain't stupid.
Juhan. And here is Williams.
Why did Skillets look like I was trying to block the shot? It's hard.
On the inside. Here's Williams. Yes! And the ball. That one on Jefferson. And the Jazz going with something different. He completes the three-point play. And so here is San Antonio.
Back on the court.
6-point lead.
Oh yeah, good court.
And here is Williams. He's got 24. Dumps it off. The Jazz with the 2.
Good
That
shit.
was an ugly possession. They were out of sync completely, and the ball just sailed out of bounds.
Get this nigga off my screen, bro. He is
And the
not there.
Jazz going with something different. And here
The
comes
fuck are
Ginobili.
you doing?
7 points in the game. A quick shot.
Goodness.
Jefferson's shot is off.
Kevin, that's
So
the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for
no
better
pressure.
execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
Francis hits the quick shot. They're leading 65 to 55. And here is Williams. To Juhan. In close. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack.
Well, both teams have been rolling. The fans love this kind of game.
Fuck off the knee.
Here's Magician. Lays it right in. And here is Williams. 2:07 left in the game. Millsap inside. Jefferson is right there.
Wow, I think you shocked him there, Kevin. Not the guy you expect to hurt you in the post.
And so here is San Antonio.
Get your damn hands off me.
And here's Duncan working on Okur. The steal.
Oh my God.
The Jazz still have time here.
That's right. But they've got to keep their composure. Got to play with force. Stay cool and keep chipping away at it.
Ginobili with the ball. The Jazz missing that time. To the right wing. Here's Magician. Nails the easy
Strap.
jumper.
You knew that one was good as soon as you released it. That's cash money.
The Jazz will call a full timeout. They're down by 10. 1:18 left in the fourth. And here is Williams. To Milson. Brewer with the ball. He's covered by Ginobili, and that one's good. No shot.
He's a streaky shooter, but when he gets it going, he can put points on the board in a real hurry.
And so here is San Antonio. 8-point game.
Way to scrap and fight for the ball. Nice goal.
The pass cut off by Magician. That's his second takeaway of the contest. Magician. Bit long. Gets the kind goal.
Solid double-digit lead. Looks like now they'll just coast to the finish line.
Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson. The Spurs have this one well in hand, especially looking at the clock. Magician. Into Tim Duncan.
Right on the verge of victory now. They don't need much more than to just take care of the basketball.
What you mean, bro? It's over with. There's no chance.
Right block.
Even if you don't
Here's
take care of
Brewer.
it, they're cool.
Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Magician. It's in.
Scrap.
He's got 20. The Spurs walk away with a
Witness
double-digit
me.
victory as they defeat the Jazz, 75-61. For his steady play, Magician has earned his place as the Jordan Brand Player of the Game.
Yeah, Kevin, he was really stroking it. He shot the lights out, and there was just no one out on the floor who could stop him.
Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K Sports.
Ten for 19. Barely. This bitch ass nigga got 24 on 8 for 15 with 2 straps and shoot no threes. Ah, shit.
Let's check out the Sprite Ice Cold keys to the game. And as you take a look at Oklahoma City, Clark, tell me, what's going to be the key taking on this Spurs team?
Well, I think the trick will be containing their offense. And you know what? Offensively, they've done a nice job. They're executing. They're finding the open guys, shooting a high percentage. And as a result, their scoring has gone up recently.
And as for San Antonio, Clark, how about them? What's the key for them?
He's explosive whether he starts or comes off the bench. Manu Ginobili, a very well-versed offensive player.
You bring up a great point. All the guys couldn't handle it. They're going to start him, they're going to come off the bench. This guy has managed it very well.
He has, because he can drive it and get to the foul line, and he also can make threes, and he's not afraid of the big shot.
Oh, this should be fun to watch. Thank you, Clark. Here's Westbrook after the made shot from Manu Ginobili. Here's Harden. A missed three. Here's San Antonio now. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
You know, so many times it's not what your team accomplishes, But what the other guys lacked, they took advantage of a poor offensive outing, playing well enough themselves to come out on top.
Good start.
And here's Duncan. What a tremendous game he played against Utah. The Thunder will keep possession. Here's Dallenberg. 4-point game. Here's Green. Buries it from 14 feet. Here's a guy in Jeff Green who played at Georgetown for John Thompson III, so you know he's had some good coaching.
Yes, sir.
Now he comes to the NBA. I think he's been very solid so far.
Extremely solid, Kevin. And he's a guy that I think needs to be more assertive in his game. He's got a lot of talent, can do a lot of things, but right now I think he's a jack of all trades, a master of none. He needs to find one or two things to take to the next level so that he can be a high-volume producer. And I think he can do that as a scorer and as a defender.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by Tim Duncan. Green backs him down from 11 feet away. Tim Duncan with the rebound. And it's the Spurs with the ball. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma.
Come on, y'all. Witness me. Witness me. Become prime fucking Tom Barry.
On defense, San Antonio. 6-point game.
Everybody cares about it.
Oh, man.
Now that's a nice dime. What a dime. He dished it inside, and it was right on target.
Magician dumps it off. Duncan with the bucket.
Wow, they get their first 5
Going
shots.
for a double-double.
Looking to close these guys out before
I need 10
halftime.
assists before I get 10 points. Or at least 5. Yeah, don't try me, Chris.
Here's Harden.
We guys
Misses it off the glass and in.
That's where you get the high percentage shots when you get the ball inside. Good things happen. That's a nice play.
Here's Magician.
Oh my God, we got a hit down.
Downtown.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
I mean, I was a little too far out, but I felt if I stepped up, somebody would have, you know what I'm saying, had time to step up too.
Westbrook drains the easy jumper.
He came up big there against the much bigger opponent. Sweet play down low.
San Antonio leading. The handoff to number 7. To Duncan. Gets in close. Pops it in on the layup. 6 points for him.
Great assist on that basket. He's seeing the floor well, and he's making some beautiful passes.
Green. Here's Durant. Shot is off. Now San Antonio the other way. To number 7. Guarded by Green. To the paint.
Get your damn hands off me.
Here's Ginobili. Dallenberg rips it down inside.
Well, he can't believe that one didn't fall. Those are usually automatic.
Harden inside. Connects from in close.
He's going to go-to guy for him here in the quarter, doing an outstanding job putting the ball in the basket.
Magician. It's in.
Come on now, witness me.
Kevin, when you're defending a great shooter like that, you got to smell his breath. You got to be right on top of it.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
You look at what they did to disrupt the opposing offense. Forcing the ball loose, challenging passes, challenging shots. They controlled the flow with their defensive effort. And that was really the difference. That made the difference in this one.
Here's Westbrook. 17 points in his last outing. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Trailing by 5. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Deflected. The steal by the Spurs.
Outstanding jump on the ball, Kevin.
He's covered by Westbrook. The jump hook inside.
Oh, witness me.
He's got 8.
And right now, Kevin,
I
they're
hate that
getting
they stole my stealing
everything they
move.
want
It's okay.
and sending a message while they're doing it.
The Spurs have taken the early lead.
They're making the extra pass and finding guys for open look. I love the discipline they've shown in their offense so far.
And we end an exciting first quarter. The score, 17-10. Here's Tinsley, coming off a solid outing against Minnesota. We talked about sending a message, Clark. This certainly is one way to do that.
Boy, it really is, Kevin. I mean, it's demoralizing to a defense when you can't and don't consistently get stops.
Here's Westbrook. 7-point differential. Yes! And the foul. That one on Ginobili.
And Kevin, you know, thinking about Russell Westbrook and looking at his college and pro career, this is interesting. This guy is a major throwdown artist right now. He's one of the best guard dunkers we have in the league. But he wasn't able to throw it down until he was a senior in high school. I think you'd have to call him a late full bloomer.
Don't forget to tune in on St. Patrick's Day. It's a road game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They'll face the Blazers at the Rose Garden. That'll start 7 o'clock Eastern.
It'll be fun to watch.
Good flopping ass. Because you was cooked.
And so here is San Antonio. 6-point lead. They can look forward to the Oracle Arena after this game to match up against Golden State. That sets off a 5-game tour for them.
That was a judgment call. He took a quick shot there, but I thought it was a pretty good look.
I told him to shoot that shit because it was a good look.
The dump off to Harden. Lead pass inside. Green backs in. Here's Durant. Drops in the runner. Sweet touch by the 4-year man out of Texas. A tight game here in San Antonio. Here's Magician in close. Graceful finish.
Y'all saw me turn my back on him.
He has
I knew I
shot.
made it.
No one really
Clearly
contested him
before
at the
third.
basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
Tinsley dumps it off.
Yeah, scary
Here's
ass.
Harden.
You do that shit was
And the
chasing.
rebound goes to Duncan.
Shocking how wide open he was. Even more shocking that he couldn't sink it.
Nobody was shocked at all that he missed.
Magician backs down.
What he was most shocked about is that weak ass behind the back end was being there.
To Gooden. Magician. That's a 24-second violation.
Bro, I was holding that shit the whole time. They was not
Let's
letting me
check
shoot,
out the
bro.
leaders in field goal percentage.
At
as
least
a
I didn't
team.
get like no.
Taking a look at San Antonio, the most efficient team in the
minus
NBA in terms of scoring.
As a
Pretty sure I
team,
got a
they
turnover
really
for it,
execute
but
their offense. So guys know
ain't
where
like
they're
no-
going to get their shots from.
no,
And they make sure that guys shoot the shots they're most comfortable with. Ball movement,
And I made
player
the shot
movement,
too, bro. If they would have just let me pull
leads
it
to
when I was
high
pulling
field
that
goal percentage.
motherfucker.
Here's Westbrook. He's got 5.
Nigga just slow. Not fast
Here's
at
Harden.
all.
Cranes it for 3. 9 points in the game so far.
And there he goes. He didn't get a 3 in the first, but starting to look for it here.
Magician buries the short-range jumper. And here the Thunder now. It's a 5-point game. Here's Westbrook.
Y'all like the hezzy into
alley-oop.
floater?
Offs it up. Cannot hit. Now San Antonio the other way. Don't forget to tune in on St. Patrick's Day. They'll
Oh my
be in
God.
the FedEx Forum to
That's
watch
not what I was
the
trying to do. I wanted to
Lakers
pump fake.
They'll be hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers. That one's scheduled for a tip-off at 7:30 Eastern.
Should be a good one.
And Green gets it to go.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Oklahoma City on D. They trail by 3. Here's Duncan. Knocks it down from 19 feet. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They're in control of the #1 seed, looking to finish out the season
Uh-oh,
strong.
we moving up,
And of
bro.
course,
We
the
was
Spurs
just 13
not
and
really
we
any threat
12.
right now.
The crowd has really embraced this winning streak, and they become part of it, Kevin. I mean, when a crowd has a team that's playing well, then they become almost the sixth man in pushing that team to its highest level of performance.
And Green gets it to go.
You know, Kevin, this is kind of what I expected to see from Jeff Green. I mean, he's got size, strength, athleticism, agility, skill. And
he not my size.
And
He's littler than me. What am I size and he look through?
He can make
Rush
plays
off,
for other
excuse
people.
me,
He's
walk
a solid
past,
rebounder
skip
and
through the
defender,
lane,
and a pretty good passer.
way
So
ahead.
I'd like to see him do this more often. Take charge and show everybody what he's got in his package.
Here's Tinsley. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson.
If the shot's not within your range, don't take it.
Then move.
That's very simple.
Come on, dunk it.
On the perimeter.
Pitch.
Kept alive.
Right here.
Magician.
Damn, I was fucking stepped
Close,
up.
but no
Over.
cigar.
Would have got 3.
Oklahoma City trailing.
When you settle for that kind of shot, that's a wasted possession.
You a
That
wasted
is not a
possession.
high percentage look.
And it's the Spurs with the ball following the shot by Kevin Durant to Jefferson. Here's Ginobili from short range. Finishes with the soft touch. And here are the Thunder now. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Here's Tinsley. This game he had 12.
He ain't got no strap.
Pockets the 3 ball.
Well, the D will live with that one. That's really not his range. So even though he
Yeah, I
bagged the
know it's
3,
not his range.
I think
That's
it'll
why I looked at
still
his
let him
last
shoot, though.
And so here is San Antonio. They lead by 4. 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Don't shoot that shit.
Here's Thompson. Nails the easy jumper.
His height is really an advantage on that medium-range jumper. He can just rise up and pop it right over the defenders and get a good shot every time.
Tinsley with the bucket.
Way to distribute the basketball.
Shit.
And so here is San Antonio. Dumps it off. Manu misses the buzzer beater.
The Spurs have been red hot offensively.
Yep, we'll see if they can hold this lead. And that concludes the first half. The score, 31-27. And now the T-Mobile halftime report. Let's have a look at the team stats from the first half. The Spurs have built a small lead by pounding the ball inside and looking for the close-range shots.
Nothing wrong with that at all, Kevin.
3 more, y'all.
Good.
I said I just wanted 5 before I got 10.
Welcome everyone to the second half of this 2K
Sports
Sports NBA presentation getting underway. We've got quite a battle going on in this one. Here comes Westbrook. 5 points in the game. He gets hammered head to the line.
Step over his
And a
little
quick
ass
look
too,
now
bro.
at the best free throw shooting team.
Niggas really think they're just gonna
Look at
walk through
Oklahoma
my
City.
lane and just
Fourth and the
fillet
lead.
me and dunk and
Bucks
shit.
went
Nah,
at
bro.
the line.
Hard
This is
foul,
one of the
push to
top
the
free throw
ground,
shooting teams
and
in
walk
the
over
league
your
because
bloody
they
court.
work at
Stop
it.
playing.
Believe me, they spend a lot
Bitch.
of time
Oh,
working on their
Allen
free throw
Iverson
shooting.
is my
And it shows
role
up in
model.
games. That's why they're one of the league's best.
He knocks down the first one. Here's a player you like, Russell Westbrook out of UCLA.
Saw him as a freshman in college at UCLA defending Darren Collison in practice, and I said right then, barring injury, this guy's a pro and will be a good one. And defensively, he's solid. He's getting better offensively. This guy's got a bright future ahead of him.
Go.
Nice job on the assist by Magician. Nice bucket by the 9th-year veteran out of Kansas.
Just like they drew it up in practice, Kevin. Sweet dish inside.
In low to Dallenberg. Laid in with the D draped all over him. And they draw it to within 3.
Those are the shot opportunities you want, right in the lane.
Oh,
Takes him clean.
nice.
And the Thunder with possession. It's a 3-point game. Here's Harden. Finished off the break. He's got 11.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
The handoff to Duncan. Here's Jefferson. It's in for 3. They're in front, 36-32. Here's Westbrook. He's got 6. Let's quickly go down to Cheryl Miller, who spoke with Coach Greg Popovich just moments ago.
Hey, Cal, the team was told that there's one priority. He isn't happy with all the open looks they've given up. He told his
All the
team
way.
to make it a goal to get a hands up in every shooting space in the second half. That's the latest from courtside, Cal.
Thanks, Cheryl. And here are the Thunder now, following the bucket by the Spurs. To Durant. outside runner, and that one's good.
Well, that's an excellent job of getting to the bucket. They're rolling to start this half. Everything is clicking.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Don't forget to tune in on St. Patrick's Day. It'll be Yao Ming and the Houston Rockets as they travel to Miami. And it's the Spurs with the ball. The dump off to Jefferson. Defended by Durant. Magician on the money.
Explosive offense. These two teams have been going at each other this entire game.
And here comes Tinsley. He's got 5. Here's Tinsley.
Defender couldn't get around the pick, and his help didn't show up in time. Nice play for the layup right there.
Help did not show up. Finish it.
Magician, Tinsley covering. McDyess from close range. Magician leads the game in assists. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Both teams changing it up. Here's Westbrook. 10 points for him. And here is Durant. From inside, almost a 3-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line. And Ginobili. Mark here is another National College Player of the Year. Kevin Durant played 1 year at Texas, adding to his game year by year. What would you like to see him add as he grows here in the next couple years?
I'd like to see him get a little stronger and get into the low post a little more. He's a terrific shooter, has a quick trigger, and is comfortable out on the perimeter. And
Let's go.
Scores poise and mentality. I'd like to see him get stronger and be more effective scoring in the low post.
Here's Westbrook following the bucket by the Spurs. Durant backs him down. Shoots from the post. Lays it right
when
in.
nigga started moving, I couldn't get
He's
the
been
double team.
extremely active out there, and he has the stats to prove it. Terrific hustle.
San Antonio leading. Here's Magician.
Come on, you got to hit them.
From 3-point territory. Here comes Westbrook, averaging 18 points a game. Green. And the basket good.
Even though it was early in the shot clock, that's an opportunity you can't pass up, Kevin.
Francis in the paint. Here's Ginobili. Knocks down the trifecta.
They're getting open looks now and knocking them down after struggling a bit in the first half. I mean, that just comes from understanding who you are and what you do. Stay with your game plan.
Here's Westbrook. He's got 10. From the stripe, hits the bucket.
Yeah, both teams have ramped it up here in the second half.
The Spurs still hold a narrow lead.
It's a nail biter, Kev. This one's coming right down to the wire.
San Antonio is just getting everything they want inside.
Points in the paint have been the story so far, and I don't think it's going to change unless this team starts defending with physicality, bodying up without fouling.
Harden is camped in the lane and he gets the 3-second call.
Dumbass.
And so here is San Antonio. It's a 3-point game. Duncan down low. Gallenberg's there. On the paint, Duncan with the bucket.
You can't allow him to establish deep position like that. Once he gets it in that close, he's almost unstoppable.
Here's Westbrook. 12 points for him. Duncan gets the defensive 3-second call.
Right now, they're benefiting from the whistle. If they can come back to win the game, you can point to their willingness and aggressiveness in taking the ball to the hole as the main reason.
Cheryl, what do you have?
Well, at that moment, the speak for the Spurs. He wants his team to loosen up offensively. He says we're passing on too many open looks. If you've got a good look, take it. These are shots we can make. That's something most players don't mind hitting. Kevin.
Okay, thanks, Cheryl. And here's Duncan.
Windmill from Jefferson.
He's putting on a show out there. That dunk was hardcore.
Here's Westbrook. They trail by 6. San Antonio on D. 6-point lead to Green. Bullseye.
So far, nothing the D's thrown at him has been effective. It's been a volcanic eruption.
And so here is San Antonio. Duncan. Gallenberg's there. Gets in close. Gets the bucket. And the foul. Samuel Gallenberg gets it up.
And one.
Good for the
Space
three-point
Jam.
play.
A good job getting to the line here in this half. I mean, I think that speaks a lot to this team's fortitude. They were determined to get that ball inside and draw foul.
Here's Westbrook. 12 points for him. Here's Westbrook. 7-point differential.
Just put the ball in his hands, Kevin, and watch him go to work. He's going to make something good happen.
And it's the Spurs ball. Less
Get your
than
damn
1
hands
minute
off me.
left. Ginobili with the ball. Magician. He's off from 3. The Thunder need every bucket to have a chance. Here's Westbrook. Dumps it off.
Thank you.
The Thunder are intentionally fouling. Sinks the first one, and that
Hey,
increases their lead to 6. Perfect from the line, and it's a 7-point ball game.
Nice job to make them all. That's a big play to extend their lead.
Here's Westbrook. He's got 12.
Oh,
This
shit.
is off
He
the
alive.
inbound.
That was a perfect chance to finish on the break, and he let it slip away.
Magician.
Damn, that's a 2.
And it's Durant with the rebound.
Normally, he sinks that shot. His mid-range game is excellent. He just misfired that time.
Shoots the 3. The Spurs win the hard-fought game as they outlast Oklahoma City 69-62. Tim Duncan is the Jordan
I think my
Brand
free ball
player
was
of the
80,
game.
so I should
Gives
get
you
to
solid
make
numbers.
threes in the game.
Yeah, Kevin.
Ain't no way. I think he got 25 points.
Well,
I got a
that's it for
double-double
us. On
and he
behalf
played
of
that
Clark
game.
Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball.
How many
On
points I left with? Like 15? Knew it. 15. 15, 11. 1 turnover. 6 for 12. 1 for 4. Yeah, it was them threes that was killing me. Had I made my 3 threes, but I really don't like doing challenges. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to play my game. I don't want to have to, oh, shit, I got to do this just to get these extra points. Bro, if I get it while I played my game, cool, that's great. But I really don't like trying to do stuff because then I'd be, like, overthinking it. Like, damn, I know I need to get these 3 balls, and then I go out 1 for 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, but had I just played my game, I probably could have made 2 threes without, stressing about that shit. I digress. We're finna upgrade before we go to our next game. All right, so what I said was I was gonna get everything on at 80, and then maybe like 1 or 2 things was gonna be at 90, or some was gonna be at 85 and a 90. So the question is, what am I gonna make? All right, so next I'm either gonna put my defensive low post on an 80, or I'm gonna put my defensive rebound on a 70, and then I'll do the block last. I'll leave my block on a 60 until I get everything to a 80. And I'm most likely gonna make my steal the 95, or I mean not the 95, the 90, or my on ball defense the 90, and then make like my steal at 85. If I, you know what I'm saying, stay on defense that long. But I'm for sure making everything at 80 and one thing at 90 before I leave these traits of upgrades. And then I'm going to go to my physicals. You know what I'm saying? Got to get my strength up. Got to get up my durability and my quickness and my vertical. That's what I'm going to work on. I don't really care about stamina and speed and hustle. I don't care about that shit right now. I'll do all those last three later on. But strength, quickness, durability, and vertical, them shits going to a 80. And then I'll probably put my vertical on like a 90, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll go do my mental. Y'all get the picture.
Let's take a moment to check out the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. Clark, right now let's take a look at the Spurs. What will be the key for them?
Well, when you look at Biedrins, he's a guy you must find an answer for. No question about it. He's an imposing force with his shot-blocking ability. You might have thought he played volleyball the way he spikes them down. When they drive it to the rack, they better know where he is.
Clark, on the other side, what about Golden State? What do they need to keep in mind?
Monte Ellis, electrifying and really amazing to see how well he's been able to come back. He's explosive, he can get to the rim,
But still,
he can shoot it, and he's extremely confident with that ball in his hand.
And so,
come on, y'all, witness me.
A monster throwdown. Wow. Boom.
and here is Ellis. Right now averaging 17 points a game. The Warriors will keep possession. And here is Ellis. Right, covered by Duncan. They couldn't beat the buzzer. That's a turnover. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
You know, so many times it's not what your team accomplishes,
Oh my God, that was so
but what
ugly.
the other guys lack. They took advantage of a poor offensive outing, playing well enough themselves to come out on top. Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Warriors on D. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
Can't really say a lot of good things about areas of their play. Not great offensively, not great defensively either. Manu Ginobili hails from Bahia Blanca, Argentina. And boy, has he made his native countrymen proud. He is one of the outstanding clutch shooters in the
Who's
history
this
of the
jabroni
game.
wearing my
Seems he's
jersey?
always ready to take and make big shots when the game is on the line, either outside or driving to the goal.
And so here is San Antonio following the basket by Andris Biedrins. Here's Magician.
Come on now. Who that
Speed is
jabroni?
only part of the
Tell him
equation
take my
here.
jersey off.
He's not blinding quick, but he was determined to take that one to the rim.
And here is Ellis. Here's Wright from 6 feet. That's good.
Well, it's been a good shooting start to the game. Shooting 75% from the field on their first 4 shots.
Ginobili with the ball. 9 points last game out. To Duncan. The jump hook. And that one's good.
These guys are doing an excellent job on offense here at the start of this game. Good shots leading to 4 or 5 shooters.
And here is Ellis.
I'm falling for that weak ass screen.
Dumps it off. And
Wrong
the
with
turnover
him.
by Golden
What's
State.
wrong with him?
Some great
Tell that
shooters here.
jabroni
Let's check out
to
the
take
league
my
leader.
jersey
Well,
off.
you look at Duncan, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Put his
Well, he's
ass
really
on
a
the
smart
bench.
player. He doesn't take a lot
Bring
of
in Young
low
Curry so I
percentage
can bop
shots.
his
As a matter
ass
of
up
fact,
too.
He usually takes good shots. He's got that kind of discipline, and that's why he shoots such a high percentage.
I'm gonna Curry.
Magician with an X.
Catch my floater.
Boy, you got to love the way he gets himself to the rack. He knows how to keep the ball away from the defenders and lay it in.
Alston with the ball. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Here's Alston. Oh, just misses, but he'll get 2 shots at the line. That one on Ginobili.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
Can't sink the first. Good will head to the bench. He's off on the second. Alston. To right. Here's Biedrins inside. Finishes with the soft touch.
Well, that's a nice dime. What a dime. He dished it inside, and it was right on target.
And it's the Spurs with the ball. Nails it from close range. He's got 6. Alston with the ball. Curry buries the shot.
I was there, bro. No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open.
Ginobili with the ball. Averaging 9 points per contest.
Okay, you locking shit up.
Thompson in the post. Strikes there. Banked home by Thompson. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
They really got a straight by. But you can't play too many games this close that shouldn't be. If you're better than a team, you should be able to create some distance. However, despite that, they did have some strong points in that one.
And here is Ellis. Not on the scoreboard yet. Here's Curry. Can't get it to go. Now San Antonio the other way.
Nah, watch out. I need Curry.
Cuts off the pass. The Warriors turn. It's one-on-one. Here's Ellis. Great finish in traffic. Ginobili with the ball. 33 seconds left in the first. Manu trains it from just inside the three-point line.
Nice screen to set up the J. Excellent offensive execution right there.
Bro, go get yours. I got mine.
Here's Ellis. Hits the free throw line J.
They say the mid-range game is becoming a lost art in the NBA, but you certainly couldn't tell it from watching that play. What a sweet stroke.
No good.
No way.
The Spurs with the slight lead.
Well, Kevin, what can you say? They've played terrific offensive. Nonetheless, their interior defense.
All right, the first quarter had a lot of good action. I think we'll be in for some more here in the second. And it's the Spurs with the ball. Don't forget to tune in on St. Patrick's Day. We'll see Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks as they travel to Louisiana to take on the Hornets at the New Orleans Arena. Things get underway at 7:30 Eastern.
It'll be fun to watch.
Here's Maggette on the paint. Lays it in off the glass.
That's a strong finish inside. That's where you want to work your magic, Kevin.
Here's San Antonio now. Magician can't connect on the quick shot.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
Here's Azubuike, the gorgeous reverse. Nice bucket by the fifth-year veteran out of Kentucky. San Antonio trailing here. Baseline jumper, rebounded by Corey Maggette.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
Azubuike, no good. It's a neck-and-neck game in Golden State. Magician, guarded by Jackson. Here's Ginobili, kept alive. Duncan, pinballs around and in.
Nice speed. That's the way to keep the ball moving.
Here comes Monte Ellis. Leads him with the pass. Here's White. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfect.
Magician. He's guarded by Ellis. Here's Gooden. Plays it.
Not
Right
passing
in.
him while he
Way to
cut.
distribute
Gotta
the
wait till his feet
basketball.
when it.
And here is Ellis. Right around. 3 minutes left in the half. Jackson hits his first attempt. Ginobili with the ball. Here's Ginobili. Gets in close. Shot is off. Now Golden State takes it the other way. Lead pass down low. Ellis can't get it to go.
Once he gets it inside, Kevin, he's really a good finisher. That's a good effort defensively to force the miss.
Oh, no fucking way.
St. Patrick's Day at the Rose Garden. It's going to be the Portland
Oh, my God. Ginobili wide.
Minnesota Timberwolves. That'll start at 7 o'clock Eastern.
You can count on it that both teams want to win.
Yep. Good for the three-point play.
Corey Maggette only spent 1 year at Duke before bouncing to the NBA, and he earned the nickname Maximus because of his tremendous build and strength and his aggressive style of play. He's a guy who really thrives on taking the ball to the basket and getting to the foul line.
He knocks down the first one. Gets them both. The Warriors leading. Here's Pietrich. Drains it from short range. 6 points for him.
Well, it's almost impossible to miss when the D is playing that song.
Magician commits the charge.
Man,
That's
this
his
nigga
first
a
foul
pussy.
of the game. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Golden State. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will. And, of course, the Spurs, way down below.
You know, it's been a struggle on the road for this team, and they're beginning another road trip right now.
Now Jackson. It's a 5-point game. Pietrich a screen. Solomon lays it in off the pick.
Ain't nobody
Terrific
fucking
pick
help me
to
off
set
that
up that basket.
screen.
The little things are the big things, and they can always make a difference.
Warriors on D. 7-point differential. Here's Ginobili. Off target for 3.
That was a judgment call. He took a quick shot there, and I thought it was a pretty good look.
Here's Jackson. Can't extend the lead to double digits.
They got to have a little more patience on offense, Kevin. They're rushing.
Oh, my God. He sucked. That is not my fault, bro. It bounced out his hands. What
Magette
the fuck?
flushes it.
How do y'all blame me for something?
He's got 7.
My good gracious, Kevin. That's got to be the dunk of the night. No question about it.
Here's Magician. It's
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Why? Why did it get blocked? It's such high definition. What the fuck? They're
great play
exposing
by
me.
Pietrich. The break is
And he
up.
said good shots.
Here's Azubuike. Laid in with the D.
If y'all could see my face. Oh, this game is so unreal. Oh my God. It's what makes me not want to play it, but it's also the main reason why I keep playing it because it's super fucking funny. Like, you can't make this shit up, bro. I swear. It's a script, bro. Just like real life sports, bro. They scripted this.
Draped all over him.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfect.
9-second
Like,
difference
why is Sporting
between
this
the
game
shot
on
clock
this?
and the game clock. Duncan stops the run, gets the lay-in. And so here's Golden State, and after this one, they're home against Minnesota. Here's Solomon.
Ain't no way.
Jackson lays out.
Air
Misses
ball.
everything with the triple. Here's
You
Duncan.
did not.
Diedrich grabs the miss.
The Warriors have been on a scoring tear, Kevin.
Yeah, they've really been hot. The clock runs out and we're heading to halftime. The score, 33-24. Well, it's time for our T-Mobile halftime report. Well, let's check out the story of the stats. Warriors have built a nice lead thanks to their precision ball movement.
That's right, Kevin.
Man, that's the nigga they said we should worry about. Okay.
Well, the second half will begin in just a few moments. And so...
Oh, no. Oh, my God. My phone is on a charger.
Here is San Antonio.
It kind of just
9-point game.
I don't know if it's gonna fuck up the video or not. Damn.
To Ginobili.
Damn, I was gonna make this video
Duncan.
4 games, but I'm gonna have to
Lays
leave
it
after
in.
this game.
Sweet time to lead into the
I mean,
rack.
it still says recording,
He's got
but
8.
He's been getting
it
after it
switched
offensively, but
screens.
they're
and
still
usually when they do
trailing
that, they
here.
usually break the
One guy
board.
can only do so much.
Like if I leave from the home screen and go to leave from the game screen and go to the home screen, it'll usually stop the recording.
And
But
here's
they say it's still recording, but I don't know. So I'm gonna just go ahead and end the video after this game.
Here's Jackson. Nets it from the wing. Nice shot by the 11th-year veteran out of Oak Hill Academy High School.
But yeah, my phone on the charger connected to the
Download. Here's
PC,
Jefferson.
and I was
Magician
changing the
leads
damn
game in
station.
assists.
I'm gonna listen to
Comes
Pandora. and
Monte
shit.
Ellis.
And that shit disconnected and reconnected. It was like, oh, do you want to? Oh my God, no, bro! Stop trying to sync up this USB, bro. I just need to charge my phone.
Now Jackson.
trying to
Jefferson is
unlock
right there. Fades away, and Jackson gets it to go.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
All right, y'all.
And it's the Spurs with the ball. They trail by 9 points. And Jefferson gets it to go.
So far, looking good. Actually, looking marvelous. They've hit them all to start the second half.
And here is Ellis. Now a timeout called by Golden State. Around the league, here we go. A recap from yesterday.
You're not playing nothing good on
It's a road
Pandora.
victory for the Miami Heat.
Now, put me back
as
on the
Magic
court.
drop
Bro,
one at home. The Boston Celtics
Oh
lose on
my
the
God,
road.
look at this. Y'all must not want to come back.
He completes the three-point play. And it's the Spurs with the ball.
Boy, when ain't trying to do that with guys
Magician to the
move.
wing. To Ginobili. Kept alive. Magician.
Come on
It's
now,
good.
witness me clean
Nice
it up.
offensive rebound. He's got 8.
That makes it 4 for 5 to start the third. Really coming out of halftime looking to get a big jump on the opponent.
Maggette with it. 7 points in the game. From close range. Count it. And the foul. That one
By a
on
bunch of
Jefferson.
no fucking bodies.
Good for the three-point play. And it's the Spurs with the ball. 11-point game. To the paint, to the outside. Here's Ginobili. Drains it for 3. They cut the lead to 8.
Kevin, when you're defending a great shooter like that, you got to smell his breath. You got to be right on top of it.
Maggette with it. Jefferson is right there.
Ain't no way.
Magician is tagged with the reach. That's foul number 2 for him.
Turn around.
On defense, San Antonio. Trailing here by 8. Here's Diedrich. Hits the jump hook. 8 points for him.
It just goes to show you, folks, everybody in this league is a pro. Give them a shot like that, and they'll knock it down.
Warriors on D. Jefferson. The rebound by Monte Ellis.
No
That was
patience,
not
bro.
good shot selection. You need to be
They done
patient,
moved
move the
everything and
ball,
shit.
move the
Like, what the
defense,
fuck?
and find
You told you to
someone
shoot that.
for an
Get
open
this ugly
shot.
ass nigga off
And
my
so
screen
here's San
smiling and
Antonio.
shit.
The Warriors making the shot. To number 7. Here's Gooden. Cannot hit. Now Golden State takes it the other way. Here's Curry from inside. Oh, barely misses the
Bro, the
shot.
amount of
But
fouls,
he'll go
bro,
to
this
the
game
line for
is
two.
outrageous.
That one on Jefferson.
That would have been a great play. Still, good job to get himself to the line.
He gets them both.
As a team, they've been perfect from the line in this half. They've made them all. That's a good job, and that's exactly what you want. When you're going to get to the line, take advantage of those freebies.
Oh my God, he is so
Get back into this game,
cannot
Kevin.
play
They
like
need
this.
to really concentrate on limiting the turnovers. I mean, it hasn't been terrible for them, but it's still hurting their cause.
The Spurs looking for a basket to put an end to this run.
Yeah, they need a bucket soon before this gets out of hand.
And it's the Spurs with the ball. Rebound inside by Turion. You're right, Clark. When you're down, you can't just give away opportunities like that.
Well, the margin of error is much smaller when you're trailing and trying to come back, so everything is much more important, but turnovers always are self-destructive.
And it's the Spurs with the ball. Following the miss by Ellis from deep. Soft touch in the lane by Magician. He's got 10.
Those are the shot opportunities you want, right in the lane.
Curry. Turion. It's up against Thompson. From short range. Good grabs the rebound inside. And it's the Spurs with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Here's Thompson. Gently drops it in.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here's Curry. This is the buzzer beater. We're at the end of the third, and it's a double-digit game. The score, 51-39. Andres Biedrins has... Welcome to the fourth quarter. Wide margin on the scoreboard tells it all. This one is probably over, but you never know. Anything can happen. And here is Ellis. 7 points in the game. From about 19 feet, kept alive.
What's the point of boxing out if that shit gonna bounce right to him, though?
Ellis.
Shit, goofy.
And it's no good. Poor shot selection there, to say the least. Here's Magician. Drops in the floater.
Such a creative finish. That was an impressive move.
No, it wasn't nothing but a weak-ass floater. It was not impressive. But I'm glad you was impressed.
And here is Ellis. It's in for three. Sweet touch by the 6-year veteran out of Lanier High School. Ginobili with the ball. He has 7. Jefferson down low. 6 seconds to shoot. Duncan inside. Biedrins on him. Here's Ginobili. Can't answer back with his own 3.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players. Fantastic pass to set the alley-oop
Jefferson
right
didn't
there.
try.
You gotta love that.
Time call.
Who was that?
The
Howard
Spurs
Foyle or
decide
he or
to talk it over. Let's quickly go down to Cheryl Miller, who spoke with Coach Greg Popovich just moments ago.
Hey guys, he wants his squad to focus on pounding it down low. He said dunks and layups, guys. That's what we want. We'll see if they can get it to them. Guys?
Thank you, Cheryl. Here comes Monte Ellis. 10 points for him.
No fucking
Jackson.
way.
And they call
Of
for 10.
course.
They'll give him a bucket.
This is what this team is all about right here. They're forcing their way inside and having a lot of success. That's their identity. They're a pounded inside team, and that's what they're showing.
Here's Magician. Cannot hit. So the Warriors take it the other way. Outside. Here's Jackson. Off from three-point land.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Magician.
Oh my God.
Can't get it to fall from downtown.
Can't fault that shot since he was wide open. But he may have rushed it just a little bit.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. They lead by 14. Ginobili with the ball. Steven Jackson making his last shot. Magician guarded by Jackson.
Oh my God. Jimmy got stood up.
He really struggled to get into any kind of comfortable flow here. 0 points this quarter, and he really doesn't look like himself out there.
And here is Ellis. It's a 16-point game to Azubuike. Jackson, 6 seconds to shoot. And here is Ellis. Knocked down the trifecta.
Bro, it's that shit, bro. Like where I say this game is scripted and you can't make it up. How you be clamped, lock the fuck up, pass out with 1 second left on the clock. This nigga shoot and make it, bro. Like what? What the fuck? What was that? What was this? There's no way. He had nowhere to go, bro. Zoom out. I had his ass boxed up. Look, weak ass spin. I'm here. 2 seconds. He passed out at 2 seconds. Like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way, bro. Look at this bullshit, bro. There's no way. Oh my God. It's diabolical.
Defense has to know what's coming here. They've got to get to the shooters. I mean, it's that simple. Get out to the shooters and challenge the shot.
They cooking us so bad. They took their whole team out. Said third string can get a chance. That's disrespect.
Jefferson backs in. Here's Magician. Makes the long
Step up a little faster
connection.
next time, pussy.
They're down right now, trying to stay in the game with the
Barry
3 ball.
can't be humble.
They've shot a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first half. And I'm not sure I
Already
agree
had
with
my
that
humble at
strategy.
a young age.
Alston with the ball.
You know what I'm saying? At a young
By
age, humbling,
Magician.
being happy.
Here's Francis.
So guess what? All of that,
Great D
it's over with.
leads to easy offense.
Barry can no longer be humble.
Alston with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Deflects the pass. Stolen by the Spurs. Magician all alone. Graceful finish.
They needed this run sooner. I don't think they have enough time left to stage a
These
comeback
niggas they
now.
put on the court. They tried us like we was bums.
Ginobili with the ball. 10 points for him.
Get your fucking hands up from me.
Magician, he's covered by Randolph. Here's Duncan. Blocked, and we're going the other way. Nice
You gotta
play
show
by
them
Port.
that just because they put these
Here
third
comes
strings on the
Alston.
court, you ain't gonna fall. And then you fail like a bitch.
To end the run.
Look at you, Tim, bro. You suck. Tim Duncan is trash. I know.
He completes the three-point play. And so here is San Antonio. Down by 15. Here's Ginobili. Can't hit from beyond the arc. Here comes Alston. The Warriors walk away with a double-digit victory as they defeat the Spurs 66-51. Monte Ellis is the Jordan Brand Player of the game. Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball.
Man,
on
shut the fuck up,
2K
bro.
Sports.
Shut up, shut up, shut up. If you're not talking about me, don't nobody want to hear it. Eight for 15, 1 for 2, 1 steal, but they be holding me on my steals. 8 assists, 2 rebounds, 17 points. 1 offensive rebound, 2 fouls. 10 points, 8 points, 4 for 7, 4 for 10, 2 for 6. Come on, Ginobili. Ginobili asked too. Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah, the game started on Utah, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I was supposed to play 4, but because I feel like it got messed up when it changed screens. I'm gonna end the video here, but I'll probably upgrade again. Can't get it to 70. I'll wait. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna play the game, bro. If it got fucked up, it got fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just won't see it. But I still see the record symbol, so I'm just gonna take it in stride. I need them up.
And now it's time for the Sprite Ice Cold Keys to the game. Clark, right now let's take a look at the Spurs.
3 years,
What will
3
be the
teams.
key
Barry
for
don't
them?
give a fuck.
Chris Kaman is someone they need to focus on. He's got one heck of a knack for scoring in the paint.
And don't you
So
dare
gotta
question my
fight him
loyalty.
In the post area.
These
let him
niggas
get
don't
that
deserve
deep,
me.
Sweet post position. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
All right, the Clippers. Clark, what about the Clippers? What's the key for them?
Point guard Baron Davis, one of the best passers in the NBA.
He's so strong. When he takes it inside, nobody gets in his way.
I love his explosiveness, his strength and his explosiveness.
Well, it makes an intriguing matchup. Thanks, Clark. And the Clippers have possession following the bucket by the Spurs.
Can never get that double team to trigger fast enough. Niggas already be spinning or making passes.
To the occasion.
Pissing me off.
Here's San Antonio now. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Kevin, I thought bench play made the difference against these guys in the win last time. Some unexpected overperforming from the reserves.
Shot is off. And the Clippers the other way now. Clark, when the bench comes to play, you know you're in good shape.
Well, Kevin, you need contributions from everybody. Key guys aren't always going to be on top of their game. So that's when you hope the fresh legs off the bench will save you. And they saved them last time.
And so here is San Antonio. The Clippers getting the bucket. Good, in close, and that is good. And here is Davis. Last time out, he had 13 points. Here's Griffin. Nails it from 8 feet.
Great pass into the lane. They'll take that one every time.
And so here is San Antonio. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Can't really say a lot of good things about areas of their play. Not great offensively, not great defensively either. You can't allow him to establish deep position like that. Once he gets it in that close, he's almost unstoppable.
Here's Griffin. Flushes it with the one-handed jam.
He's not the guy you would expect to compete in the dunk contest, but he can still throw it down when he needs to.
Pretty sure he competed in the dunk contest.
Magician backs in to the wing. Jefferson nets it from the wing.
These guys are doing an excellent job on offense here at the start of this game. Good shots leading to 4 or 5.
God damn. How the fuck I get dragged into him?
Right now averaging 17 points a game. To Swift, cuts off the pass.
All the way.
Ginobili, all alone, lays it right in.
Beautiful pass there to find his man streaking up court.
The Clippers trail. Here's Kaman. Can't hit. Out of San Antonio the other way.
I thought that was 2 for sure, but the D was all over him and it bothered his shot.
Duncan gets in close. Graceful finish.
For me, Tim Duncan is one of the greatest power forwards to ever play the game. His efficiency and his skill level is what makes him one of the greats of all time. He's a guy that I think would have been an outstanding player even if he was only 6'5", because he can handle the ball, he can shoot it, he's got a tremendous IQ, and his footwork is fantastic. You hear me? Fantastic. 5-star footwork, and he's got all the shots.
Let's go. Witness
the
me.
basket, and nobody shoots the 15 to 17-foot bank shot any better than Mr. Fundamental, Tim Duncan.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
I didn't think we saw a real strong outing defensively from them, Kevin. And very few teams can get away with winning maybe a handful of games, if that, relying solely on their offense.
And the Clippers have possession. 4-point game. The dump off to O'Neal. Screen by O'Neal. 5 on the shot clock. Over Duncan. Sinks it off the pin.
Nice screen to set up the J. Excellent offensive execution right there.
San Antonio leading. Francis. Drains the easy jumper. Al Gordon. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. From short range. Finishes with the soft touch.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
Clippers on D. Trailing by 2. Here's Francis. Tipped. Good D by Griffin. Here comes Davis. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Griffin backs down. Thompson gets the defensive 3-second call. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at San Antonio. It hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason. And, of course, the Clippers, a few slots below them.
You know, Kevin, sometimes being at home gives you a chance to refocus and stop the bleeding when you've not been playing well. There's something about being in your own building and having your fans supporting you that gives you that extra energy that sometimes can turn around poor play.
And here is Davis. Here's Gibson. Can't take the lead.
Well, the defense put pressure on him, and frankly, he'll miss some of those even when he's wide open.
The Spurs with the slight lead.
They're getting the ball up the court quickly and scoring well in early offense. I like the way they're pushing the tempo. Still, they need to do a better job of contesting shots. They're allowing too many open looks.
It's the end of the first, and we have a shooter.
Be back on the court, please.
And the Clippers have possession. Don't forget to tune in on St. Patrick's Day at the Rose Garden. It's going to be the Portland Trail Blazers as the Minnesota Timberwolves roll into town. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off.
You know they're going to be extra hyped up for this one.
You're right. Good Wallace covering with the shot. Chris King with the
next
rebound.
time, bitch.
The Clippers with a chance to retake the lead.
Great alley-oop pass there, Kevin. That's highlight reel for real.
Magician connects on the tough shot.
Witness me.
6 points for him.
Boy, I thought that was well played by both teams. Solid defense, but good offense trumps good defense.
And here is Davis. Not on the scoreboard yet. Here's Gordon.
Say good defense trumps good
Shot
offense.
is off. Now San Antonio the other way.
zone.
Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns at U.S. Airways Center in Phoenix. That puts them.
Come on, witness me.
This 5-game road trip.
What wrong with them? Hold on, bro. Tried to wrap me up, bro. Nah, bro. Bro, help me, bro. Where's the foul? Referee. This nigga grabbed me. This nigga, look at him. Holding all on my clothes. Look at him. He got a full hand fist full of jersey. He grabbing my 7. Tell him stop touching me. Look at him. Got cooked. Filleted. Look at him. Saucepan. Bacon and eggs. A little salt and pepper. Little, hey, bring it up. Bring it down. Go around. Right and round.
The soft touch really paid off there.
Nah, but that was a foul,
players could
referee.
have laid
You
that
need to
in.
open your eyes. You think you cooking.
Here's Griffin. Lays it in. Sweet
I was
time.
going to say guard your man, but that's not your man, Jamal.
They cut it to one.
Good job of leading his man right to the rim for the bucket.
And here is Jefferson.
Oh, that's supposed to be guarding Griffin.
Shoots the 3.
Use my screen. They're not Curry.
Here comes Davis. Griffin. This is the open look.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
Recovered by the Spurs. Tipped. And here's Duncan. Wallace on him. Puts up the baby hook. Duncan with the bucket.
Great awareness makes him a dangerous threat every time down the floor.
Here's Los Angeles now. It's a three-point game. Los Angeles calls timeout. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. Look at San Antonio, the most efficient team in the NBA in terms of scoring.
As a team, they really execute their offense. So guys know where they're going to get their shots from. And they make sure that guys shoot the shots they're most comfortable with. Ball movement, player movement, execution leads to high field goal percentage.
And Davis gets it to go.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
And it's the Spurs with the ball. 1:59 left in the second. Don't forget to tune in on St. Patrick's Day. Dallas Mavericks with the road game as they travel to Louisiana to take on the Hornets at the New Orleans Arena. That one's scheduled for a tip-off at 7:30 Eastern.
I think it'll be fun.
And the Clippers have possession. Manu Ginobili getting his three to go. He's covered by Ginobili. Baseline jumper, and Davis gets it to go.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfect.
And so here is
Ankles.
San Antonio.
Oh my God, couldn't finish.
Connect on the quick shot.
Shocking how wide open he was. Even more shocking that he couldn't sink it.
Seconds to shoot. And here is Kaman working on Thompson.
Just stop.
He couldn't beat the buzzer. That's a turnover. Around the league, here we go. A recap from yesterday. Out at the Pepsi Center, a win for the Nuggets. Toronto Raptors with the loss. The Knicks lose one on the road as the Milwaukee Bucks take care of business. Hawks pick up a road win. The Heat unable to defend at home. And back to the game we go. Here's Magician. Kept alive. It's another chance and converts it.
Stat pad.
10 points for him.
Great on the boards here. I mean, they're really working that glass, leading to a jumping second chance point, which oftentimes can lead to wins.
Here's Davis. Scooped up. Baseline. No good on the baseline, Jay.
We've seen him make that mid-range shot, but just not often enough.
Magician.
Come on. Oh, the moves is there.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper you wanted, but off target.
It's stolen by Francis.
Well, Kevin, this team is showing a slight disadvantage in the turnover department. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Oh.
Here's Magician. O'Neal corrals the miss inside. Minus the
I saw that
right
too.
now.
I
And it goes in.
still saying
This is
two.
an area
I said,
they
fuck
need
it.
to be aware of. They've got to continue to monitor those turnovers, Kevin.
I also didn't time it right because I heard the shot clocking down. I didn't even know where I was at. I just reflected.
Let's go to the T-Mobile halftime report. All right, let's look at the teams. Start of the third quarter here. We've got a close one for you. Glad you could join us as we get underway. And here is Davis. Swing pass to Griffin. He's against Gooden. The jump hook hits the jump hook. 8 points for him. And it's the Spurs with the ball. The lead is 2. Here's Magician.
Come on.
The three won't fall.
Kevin, he got a decent look there. And you want to see him continue to shoot that shot.
Hell yeah. Everybody wants to see me shoot that shot.
That's why I shot the score.
That shot didn't
But
have a
listen,
chance.
they don't just
He
wanna
doesn't
see
have
him
the
shoot it.
softest
They wanna
touch,
see
and
him
the
make it.
defense was in his jersey. Got to look for a better shot.
Buries the short-range jumper. They increase their lead to 4.
No one really contested him
Damn, I
at the
gotta stop
basket
reaching
that
when
time,
I'm boxed
Kevin.
in like
He's
that.
just
Or when
too
I'm trying
good
to
in
press
there to
something.
leave the door open for him.
These crossers can get real vicious. But shit, that 70 still gonna pop in one day.
Davis. It's in for three. 7 points in the game.
The defense made the mistake of playing offense, and he drained it from deep.
On the sideline, Cheryl had a chance to speak with Coach Mike Dunleavy. Cheryl?
Hey, Kev, he said the answer is simple. The other team doesn't seem to miss a shot. He wants his team to contest the shots and step up the defensive pressure. Back to you, Kev.
Okay, thanks, Cheryl.
So
and
stupid.
here is Davis following the basket by Tim Duncan. And the Clippers call time here. Don't forget to tune in on St.
Look, we
Patrick's
back on the
Day.
court.
It'll be Kevin Garnett and the Boston Celtics as they head into Philadelphia to take on the 76ers.
No.
Here's Wallace
The fuck
to
happened?
Davis. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Jefferson.
All the
They
way.
still have the lead, but they really need to collect themselves and start taking care of the ball.
Oh my
Rebound
God,
by
I'm
Wallace.
soft. I'm soft as shit.
The Clippers in the lead. Kamen inside.
Oh my God, why was you
Nice job
reaching?
on the
Why?
assist by Davis. And he's got a double-double. He's setting the table beautifully.
We mentioned his great passing ability and the keys to the game, and he's showing you just what we were talking about.
Kept alive. Here's Magician. Good to the wing.
Oh
The
my
interior
God, he is
D
so
was looking on
ass.
that one.
I do not
And so here are
understand.
the
Like, bro, what are your ratings?
6-point game. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Here's O'Neal.
He be the
Can't
whole
hit
nigga
from the
cut
post.
and chew. This nigga determined.
San Antonio
to
trailing
cut
here.
to the
This is
basket.
clearly the time when you want to
He
take the
cannot
last shot.
fucking catch if this nigga feet not planted. And that shit killing me.
To number 7. From the wing. Good.
Ah,
Put
put back.
Good. 6 points for him.
I love that. Forget about the tip. Just pound it home.
Both teams continue to fill it up as we conclude the third. The score, 47-4.
Get that nigga off my screen.
And it's the Spurs with the ball, trailing by 4.
Why you didn't pass to me,
His first
bro?
giveaway for the game.
Fuck, and that's my man. Your man
Coast to
scores.
coast. Kept alive. Outright to the top of the key. To Swift. Griffin. Hangs in the air. Gets the lay-in. They're up 49-43. He's done a great job, Clark, of controlling the ball.
Boy, he sure has, Kevin. I mean, focus and quality ball handling, very impressive. He's really had a positive impact on his team with that kind of work.
Come on, witness me. Cook this
These
nigga.
clubs have been lighting up the scoreboard all game long.
Bro, why you reaching backwards? The ball was going in front of you, kid.
5 on the shot clock.
Oh, shit.
Kills the three.
The defense has to know what's coming here. They've got to get to the shooters. I mean, it's that simple. Get out to the shooters and challenge the shot.
On defense, the Clippers. 7-point differential.
Oh,
Tough
way
break
after
there, Kev.
that.
He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
To Swift. Takes a 3.
I was reaching on the.
Tim Duncan with the rebound.
Hey, my man, a word to the wise. There is a reason you're that open. Leave that shot alone.
Right wing. Here's Francis. Scooped up. To number 7. Drains it from the corner. Sweet touch by the 2-year man out of Georgia. Here comes Davis.
2-year man out of
15 points in the game.
thought he crossed my point guard. I had to lock that shit up.
Swift in the corner.
Why is he open?
Barron leads the game in assists.
He drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
Here's Ginobili. Connects.
Oh, we needed that.
Why anyone would want to leave this guy alone deep is beyond me.
Gordon from close range. Graceful
That
pivot.
was a steal.
He came up big there against a much bigger opponent. Sweet play down low.
And so here is San Antonio. They trail by 6. To Duncan.
No, that was supposed to go to Jefferson.
Kamen's there. Puts up the baby hook. The shot is off. Now the Clippers take it the other way. Barron. The alley-oop. It's major air to put in that alley-oop.
Well, I gotta get my vertical
And
up
so
there.
here is San Antonio. The Spurs still have plenty of time.
Yeah, don't worry about the scoreboard here. Just make the most of
Damn,
each
I was trying to get
possession.
that with the
Don't have any empty trips.
Clippers on D. They're leading by 8 to Francis. Off the screen. Flips it in for 2.
The defender couldn't get around the pick and his help didn't show up in time. Nice play for the layup right there.
And here is Davis. 15 points in the game. Griffin defended by Jefferson. Puts up the baby hook. Too much mustard on that one. Here are the Spurs with the ball. 6-point game.
Put your hands up.
Francis to the right wing. To Duncan. Going inside. Here's Magician. Good.
Well, he's playing a well-rounded game, and he's really helped them in a number of ways.
Less than 1 minute left. Kamen. And the best.
Come on, we cannot let them shoot clock and make the
He's
shot.
thrown at him has been effective. It's been a volcanic eruption.
Here's Magician. And it's Kamen with the rebound.
Pass to me
He missed
earlier.
that one.
Next
It's
time.
no
You
surprise.
give that nigga a chance to get
One
close to
tough
me.
shot.
The Spurs will go for the intentional foul.
God, I hate
Al
this weak
Gordon.
ass script. Nah.
Right now averaging 15
Out.
points a game. 15 seconds left in the fourth.
Bro, get this ugly ass nigga off my screen. Bro, this bitch ass nigga do not deserve no MVP chance, bro.
Sinks the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Perfect.
6 for 7, 3 for 3.
From the line, and it's an 8-point ball game.
That nigga didn't shoot no threes when I was on the court, bro. They did that shit when I went to the bench and we was up, and then I got him back on the court and we was down. Yeah, that's when that happened. Cause ain't no fucking way. That nigga ain't shot no threes when I was on the court.
And so here is San Antonio, trailing here by 8
Why you didn't shoot?
to number 7.
Not be scared to shoot, bro.
Here comes Davis. The Clippers win the hard-fought game as they outlast the
Bro,
Spurs
shut the fuck up.
62 to 54.
Bro. If you're not talking about
Baron
Barry,
Davis.
they don't want to hear it, bro. The T-bags are only here to
Well, that's
listen
it for
about
us.
Barry.
On
They
behalf
don't
of
want to
Clark
talk
Kellogg,
about
Cheryl Miller, and
none
me,
of
Kevin
these other
Harlan,
niggas,
thanks
bro.
for tuning in to
Shut your
NBA
ugly ass
basketball.
up. Let's go back to Barry stats. 18 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 9 for 21, bro. I was selling. 10 points, 10 points. Bro, I got more rebounds than anybody else on my team. I could have got a triple-double. What the fuck? I think that's going to be my next thing. Bro, I got more rebounds than everybody. Ain't nobody got more rebounds than me. This bitch-ass nigga got a double-double, though. All right, I think that's going to be the next thing I try to do is get me a triple-dub. Because I know I done got a couple of double-doubles. But it's gonna be hard as shit. I'm gonna have to get my I would have to get my rebound up real quick. I would have to get my rebound to a 80 to try to get that. $70 would be good enough for right now, though. I'm gonna leave my block on 60 until I get everything else on a 80. Once I get everything else on a 80, then I'm gonna put my block on a 80, and then most likely my steal going to a 90, or maybe my own ball defense. We'll see. We'll see by the way I play. Once everything get to a 80, we'll see what needs to be the 90. You know what I'm saying? But that's not bad. Let's look at my no, not the schedule. 66 minus 8, 64 offense, 64 defense, 62 rebound. That's pretty solid. Hold on. My inside is a D plus. Inside scoring is a D plus. Outside scoring is a B plus. Perimeter defense is a C. Post defense is a C plus. Ball handling D plus. Rebounding C minus. Basketball IQ B minus. Athleticism C. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm mad that my inside scoring is a D plus. I want to change that. And my handling off of D plus, but I'm still focusing on defense right now. Even though I did just get my defense up to a 64, and my perimeter defense is a C, and my post defense is a C plus, I should be okay with this and just move on. But I'm not. I'm gonna keep doing my defense until I get it to an 80. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm sure my rebounding will go up from a C minus to maybe like a C plus or a B minus once I get my rebound, my defensive rebound on an 80. Because what is it on 60? Or did I just get it to 70? Let me see. Yeah, it's on 70. Yeah. So once I get it to an 80, that C minus on rebounding either gonna go up to a C plus or a B minus. But it'll probably be a C plus considering my own ball. Not my own ball. My offensive rebound is a 50. But all right, so yeah, for sure. We're gonna finish defense. We're gonna knock out a couple of physicals. Might touch a few mentals, but I think my mental is pretty straight. It said inside scoring. So that shot inside and that shot close. And then my ball handling. Ball handle, off ball, ball security. Yeah, they all on 70s. That's valid. All right, T-Bags. Y'all made it this far. Much love, much respect, much appreciation. Y'all already know the deal. Y'all ain't got to like, y'all ain't got to share, y'all ain't got to subscribe. I don't need none of that. All I need y'all to do is keep it crispy. You know what I'm saying? Nothing more, nothing less. You made it this far, bro. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I needed. You feel me? Till next time, keep it crispy.